I wish to inquire for my relatives, father, mother, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, grandmother, and grandfather. We all lived in Virginia. Mothers and children belonged to David Nolan at or near Flint Hill, Rappahannock County. Mother was Emily and father Henry Williams. He belonged to Gibb Fletcher and lived in London County. Mother and father were both sold long before the war, down south and apart. My three brothers were James, George, and Henry Williams. James was sold about 8 years before the war to a man in Baltimore the last time I heard of him. My sister was Sarah, my name Mary Ellen Williams, but I am married and am now Mary Ellen Chapman. Sister was sold south too, and brother George and Henry were sold with me. We lived together until the close of the war. We were first sold to a runner, and he sold us to Mr. Williams, who moved with us to Mobile, Alabama. After the war, my brother George left, and I have never seen or heard of him since. And brother Henry lives with me yet. My grandfather was George Roots, grandmother Sarah, and my aunt Ellen Roots. Uncles were George, James, and Philip Roots. My grandfather bought all of his family but my mother and Uncle Philip at Flint Hill, Virginia, and moved all of them to Muskingum County, Ohio. I heard that Uncle George Roots was living in Greene County, Ohio. Grandfather bought all from David Nolan long before the war, and the last I heard from them, they were all living in Zanesville, Ohio. I have never heard anything of my mother, father, brother James, and sister Sarah since the war. I heard that Uncle Philip was sold to a man in Kentucky before the war. Address in care of H. Adams, number 237, Howard Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Mary Ellen Chapman.